Welcome to a new tutorial of our quality controller. Last time we worked on an order that was of an exporter, where an exporter would add in an order, and now we're going to inspect that order, right? Yes, let's dive right in. So we'll select this and then the credentials. After putting in the credentials, we shall select agreements, select workspace, so first things first, I am a quality controller. I am going to receive products. Right? So I'll go on the left side and click on receive products. So as I'll click that, I am then obliged to look for an order that is in our company. Let's say I'm working on Amazon LLC. That was the order. When I select this, it will preload all the products on this order, right? So let's say I'm receiving banana this time around. Good. So when I click receive bananas, it takes me to the banana suppliers we have in the system. Let's say I want to choose Sadiq Nelson as the person that came with the products today morning. I'll click on this. Then I'll select the traceability code that comes on Sadiq. So I'll then select whether this product meets the CICS standards. And as you can see, I'll select approved. Yes. But now the problem is the previous service balance is 0 on this case. So this means that this supplier cannot supply right now, right? Since this is just a demo, by the time you reach this stage, the zonal inspector would have updated the harvest balance that is within the farmer. All right. So I'll select another farmer. Let's say Lasso, and I follow this traceability. The standards are approved. Then I'm supposed to put in the weight that was received, since Lasso has 5,100, right? So previous harvest balance is 5,100 kilograms. So let's say from the previous harvest balance, we have received from Lasso pattern, where we have received 400 kilograms, right? And we are selecting the mode of transport as road. We're selecting the driver's name, Sadio Mane, number plate as this, and we shall select this time. Then we click on the continue button down, right? So after clicking on the continue button, you must make sure, because most of the times if you leave the quantity taken empty and you click on the continue button down here, that actually means that you have not taken any samples. We take 0 by default, right? So you put the sample taken. Let's say from the 1,000 you took 30 kilograms as the quantity taken, sample taken. Then you continue, and let's say you observe nothing, and let's say from those you're supposed to upload any of these documents, right? So let's say you didn't have any of these documents, or the products didn't require any of these documents. If the product required any of these documents, and let's say the lab records was required, then you're supposed to click on lab report and then choose upload file. So let's say I'm choosing this as the upload file, or I'm choosing this. Then I'll upload the lab reports like that. So after uploading the lab reports, as you can see, it is uploaded. Then I can submit. That means I've finished the reception form. That is the first stage. So I'll go to the inspections, go on your left and click on the word inspections, as you can see. And we have worked on receiving, so that means we are now going to the first inspections, right? So we shall click on the inspect button on the right. And as you can see, we shall put in the quantity of sample taken, let's say water. Let's say from this photo we observe the over mature or a big size, and those are the quality attributes. Then we click on continue. Then let's say from those things, the weight was 1,397, and let's say for 397 to mean it shows 1,300. So the 97 was rejected, right? So the 97 was rejected. Then that means we have qualified from QC1 to then QC2. You get. So now we are still working on Amazon LLC. So I'll click on the inspect button as well. Do the same thing. Put in the samples. Let's say 30. Nothing observed. Continue. Something like that. Then let's say on the inspection, nothing happened. Then it takes us to QC3. Inspect. It's a sample that nothing observed. Continue. Then it will take us to this stage where we're supposed to select if it is fit for export. We shall select this fit for export. Then continue. And after that, we shall go here, 1,300. Put in the number of boxes you have gotten from this first product you have received. Let's say what's this? The weight per empty box was 0.5, and this was the weight per box. Let's say this number of boxes was 100, then the weight per box was weighing 13 kilograms, right? To actually meet this. So you submit this, and this will add the products to the packing list. You get. So that actually means the first product has been added to the packing list, right? Like this, as you can see, when we go to our Nigeria order, this first product has been added to the packing list. And as you can see, what I actually told you earlier in the first tutorial, that the packing list won't be submitted if the weight that was passed is actually greater than the weight that was requested for by the client. So when you go back to the first tutorial I did, I taught everyone how to update the weight to actually meet this so that the packing list can be submitted in future, right? So I'll then receive another product that was avocado on the Amazon. Receiving avocado. Then avocado, I have the super trick again. Let's say is the person supplying. So Dick Nelson, avocado. And proved. So the net weight for this guy is, let's say we received 900 kgs from him, setting the mode of transport as road, sodium money as this, click on number plate as that, and then put in the details as we have been doing. Traceability code is that. Yep. And let's say continue. Then you put in the samples taken. Nothing observed. Or let's say from observation, we observed this, and the things were all mature as well. Then continue. Takes us to this. Say if this required a scouting record, you update the scouting record as this, and then upload a scouting record. So after uploading a scouting record, you then submit, and you take it to this page where you put in the QR code. Then you go back to the inspections, perform QC1 for avocado. It's a sample taken was 40, and let's say by this time 40, and let's say by this time around nothing was observed. Right, so click that, continue. Then shall ask if this all passed, and let's say from this it is only 850 that passed. That means the weight rejected was 50. Takes us to QC2. Do the same thing. Take samples. Let's say from this nothing has been observed. Click on the continue button. and continue. Let's say this was a weight at first on this stage. Then it will take us to QCP3, right? P3, we shall click on the inspect button. Takes us to this. So it says sample taken, 30. Nothing holds up. And that we shall press continue. Takes us to the next page. Save it for export. Maybe that was qualified. And then we'll put a number of boxes. Let's say 85 boxes. We got from that. Empty box is 0.5. Then 850, that actually means each box is actually weighing 10 kilograms. So you submit this to the packing list as well. Then you go to, this is where actually all quality controllers are confused. After submitting that QCP3, that doesn't mean that you have submitted to the packing list. That actually means that you have added a product to the packing list. Get my point? Yes. So click on the packing list. And as you can see, this is the Algeria thing. So you click on this button, update packing list. It takes you to this page, you see. And as you can see, avocado, the weight that was requested is 750. And we have 850. Also this, it is 1,300, and this that was requested is 890. You see? So we cannot be able to submit this. So you request then the exporter to update the weight on the products that were requested for by the client. You get? So now I'm going to log out and log in as an exporter so that I update the weights to actually match those that were received from farmers. As you can see, this is the company. I'm logging in again, and we shall go to view orders, and this is where this first order is coming in. You get? So we shall click on edit orders, and as you can see, it is clearly telling us that what has been received is 1,300, and the weight that was requested is 890. We cannot submit a packing list. So the exporter will then update this to what was received, or more, something like that, and update this one as well, because what's received is 850 and what was requested for is 750. Get that as well. If you refresh the page as well, you will see that these updates are already there. Get my point? Yes. So the updates we are updating are the weights that were requested for by the client. Since you got more weight from the farmers, you have to either exceed the weight that was received, or the weight that was requested for has to match the weight that was received, something like that. So this now allows the quality controller to save the packing list, because what is done in QCP3 actually means that you're just adding the products to the packing list. It is not saving the packing list. That's why people in the QCP4, they have been getting an empty list without those products. Why? Because they did not submit the packing list. Whatever you do in QCP3 when you're adding the boxes, that actually means that you're just adding the product to the packing list, but you're not saving the packing list because you're still updating it. So I've now logged in back as a quality controller, and this is what happens. You go back, because we are dealing with Amazon LLC, you click on update packing list, and it take you here. And as you can see now, it qualifies, and this button is green. So we shall click save packing list. That actually means that we have saved the products in the packing list. So we have saved our packing list. So after doing that, you can then go ahead and submit what we call a pre-pack schedule as well. So I'll be quick with this one because it doesn't require more. And it requires you to put in airline, exit date and time, and the exit point plus the exit handler, something like that. Then you continue. You get? So after that, Continue. Exit point. Then it takes you to this page. And after that, you have submitted your what? Your pre-pack schedule. If you want to change something in the pre-pack schedule, you can always go back to the completed inspections and look for where the pre-pack schedule is. Let me see. Yeah, this is where you find the pre-pack schedule, because this is what we have just set up. So you can click on consignment forms. This is where you see those that are pending, and then you click on resume. And after clicking resume, you continue. Since these details have been entered, you continue again. That then it will request you to enter any documents. So let's say this is a document. Upload. If you have that document, you upload it. Yes, then after uploading, then you submit. Something like that. So that actually means that our pre-pack schedule has been submitted, and it is now waiting for the what? Backhouse inspector to inspect. Yes. So that's what happens in the quality controller module. Whenever you click and you find maybe we were not able to submit the documents, you need to go back to the consignment forms and confirm if your consignment has been submitted. You get? Yeah, because most of the times we require documents, the airway bill and some other documents, so that people can be able to see the documents you submitted on the consignment. Yeah, that's the quality controller module.